Hi, this is Mr. McConley, and this is BKW Intro to Agriculture class. And today we're going to just take you through what the barn chores are if you have a herd of beef cows. So some of you have animals, whether it be pigs or cows or horses, goats, and you have certain chores that you need to do every day. And for instance, our cow chores, we do some in the morning, and those take maybe about half hour to 45 minutes. And then the evening chores take a little bit longer, somewhere in the range of about an hour. So what we're going to take you through here is kind of an abbreviated version of some of the steps that you have to do when you're taking care of animals. And this is on a daily basis, so you have some idea of what needs to be done. So I'm going to take the camera. So the first thing, of course, you got to clean out the mess that the animals leave. So what we're seeing right now is we're just cleaning up the floor, and we're going to load it into the wheelbarrow. There's Farmer Thomas here helping us out, and he's just going to load it in the wheelbarrow, and then we're going to haul it out and clean the barn out. In the meantime, Farmer Andrew in the background, he's going to start running water for the animals. There's two water tanks in this barn, one straight behind Farmer Thomas and the other one down at the other end. They're 100-gallon tanks each, and depending what's going on, some days the cows will drink in excess of 100 gallons. When it's warm out in the summer, they drink quite a bit more than that, but during this season where it's not particularly hot, they drink anywhere from 50 to 75 gallons. And because of the fact that the barn is unheated, the way that we typically move the water in the barn is just by filling up 5-gallon buckets and carrying them down and dumping them in the water trough. Thomas is going to go out there, Farmer Thomas, he's going to go out there and dump the manure in the manure pit. And so in terms of manure, we said this before in another video, but typically we'll take about 5 wheelbarrow loads of manure out per day to get this cleaned up. And then sometimes we'll have a load or two of bedding. So he's out there slopping around while Farmer Andrew is filling up the buckets. Let's go see what he's up to. So he's carrying the water and heading down this way. Farmer Sue is spreading out the hay. Now the way we do this is we'll do 4 bales in the morning, 4 bales in the evening, and we put a layer of first cutting hay down, and then we top it off after that first cutting hay has been laid down along what we call the manger or the feeding area. And then we'll cover that up with a layer of second cutting hay, higher quality hay. And what this is down here, and what this does is the animals are loving that second cutting hay, and they start gobbling it down, and they end up just eating their way right down into the first cutting hay without stopping. And it basically is a way to get them to eat more of the lower quality hay. So while that's continuing on and they're finishing up, I'm gonna start getting some grains that the cows that we're finishing. So we have some cornmeal. So I take 2/3 of a scoop of that, put that in here. All right. Make a little divot in my potatoes. That's what I say. It's not potatoes, it's cornmeal, but I make a divot, and then I take some 14% grain pellets. And then in order to make sure that the cows don't get a stomach ache or a sour stomach, because this is like eating Snickers bars to them, I put a little sodium bicarbonate, just a pinch in there, and that acts as a way, like taking Rolaids to a human. It just acts as a way to keep their stomach at the right acidity. So at this point, this is kind of getting mixed up and about ready to go here. The water tanks are starting to fill up. The hay looks about ready to go. So Farmer Thomas, you can go ahead and let the cows in. Are you going to need a hand with that? You're good? You have the gate released over there? All right. Cows are always excited to come in and eat. This is a favorite part of their day. So Farmer Thomas follows some of the cows down here. He's trying to sort or pick out the two that are getting finished, and he puts them in the stall at the end and separates them off. And Farmer Sue is given the two cows that are being finished their grains. They're going to start with that, and when they've gobbled down that, then we'll push the hay towards them, and they'll finish up the hay also. They basically are eating as much as they want all the time at this point. They're just hungry and enjoying eating so much. So here we have the other animals. They're lined up and they're sticking their head through the stanchions. Now at any time, if I needed to, for instance, capture an animal to check on something, I could just walk over here, close that stanchion, and this cow right here, Rosie is her name, she's kind of stuck there, and I could check out and see what was going on with her, if there was an issue or I needed to investigate something a little bit further. It's not really it doesn't keep them totally restrained, but it does hold them still. It holds their neck still so that I could do what I had to do. So at this point, everyone's happily eating, and we're getting near the end of our chores for today. This is how you feed some beef cows at Looking Up Farm. This has been Mr. McConley for Intro to Ag Class.